heading south from Kerrang on the way. This is the sort of country that we have around this area. I'll just pan around a bit and you can see. Pretty flat, hey? It's like that for about 100 kilometres in every direction. Flat as a pancake. Plenty of storms around still. We're about 20 k's south of Kerrang. There's that sign there. Can you see that? Probably not. This is arriving at my brother Andrew's place in New Gisborne. Just about to turn right here into his street now. It's after 10:30 at night, and I think he's home from tennis. Yes, he is. This is their place here. Park on the lawn. So there, I'm here. Saying bye-bye to Karen and Eliza. Bye bye, Liza.
Don't forget the bucket on the boat.
See you later.
Bye.
I'm heading now towards my sister Jenny's house, which is in South Gisborne. And I don't know, when we come across this hill we'll see something of the view that they've got. Heading down towards the city of Melbourne. Well, down there where that white is. Well, Melbourne is there, as you can't see it because of the conditions. And to the south, that's the view of Melbourne, but it's clouded in clouds. You can't see a dang thing. The skyline of Melbourne is usually there. This is what the weather's like in Melbourne. Well, it's not really. Go through the car wash. Scary, isn't it? Here at Albert Park Beach. Beautiful day today. Our first view of the Spirit Station Pier. Actually, I stopped to get a good pic of this car. It's a beautiful yellow machine. It's Mitsubishi Maverick GPX. No way. Waiting to get on board. Probably down there somewhere.
Paging Mr. A. Edwards. Mr. A. Edwards, could you contact the purser's office on Edith? Thank you.
forward to making your journey to Devonport tonight and enjoy the fun. This evening our voyage is under the command of Captain Hadley and we'll be sailing at an average speed of 17 knots. Our estimated time of arrival tomorrow morning is 8:30 a.m. and we will be approaching Port Phillip Head this evening at approximately 8:30 p.m. Although provided for the use of all passengers, we do ask young persons not to use the lifts unnecessarily, and during the voyage please do not run at any time as the ship's movement and the wet outside decks can be hazardous. You're also reminded not to put cigarettes, cotton pads or any other waste material in the toilet as these do cause blockages. And when on the outside decks, please ensure for the protection of the environment all rubbish is taken to the bin. We also ask you to refrain from drinking alcohol outside the bar and restaurant areas and observe the non-smoking areas on board too.
We're going out of the school. Yeah. Hopefully I get Mum there? Okay. See you later. Just backing out now. Yeah. Running
Coming out of Burnley, heading back towards the Ivanhoe turn off up to Leonie's place. Along this way there's a strip of flat land, and then there's their hills, and you have to climb up to get up to the upper level. This is the turn off to Stowport, where you have to go up the Stowport Hill, which is up there. Up there somewhere. That's Leonie's house, just up there. This is the area she's living in. That's Ruby, the red car. Okay, it's Leonie's birthday today, so happy birthday, Leonie. Say hello and happy birthday, and say hello to all the people that...
Hello everyone.
And it's Noel.
Hello, I'm on that half of Leonie.
That's right. And all the rest of them are either at school or somewhere.
Yep, in bed.
One's in bed and the rest are at school.
Right, okay. Which one's in bed? Dion, yep. All right, well...
We had a late night on the computer last night.
as ever, every night. Okay then. This is the view from Round Hill Lookout. Down to the west is the town of Burnie. I stayed just the other side of Burnie last night in Kewy, which is up there somewhere. Through those trees somewhere is Victoria. There's my car. Big tower. That direction is Devonport. Today I'm heading down in that direction till I get to Strawn. Somewhere there is Leonie's place. That's the Table Cape where we went yesterday and didn't see the lighthouse.
It's my fault.
There's my place. Just there. Can you see it? Something keeps bleeping. Must be on this camera. I can hear it. It sounds like somebody's hearing aid going crazy.
Alright.
Regrowth forests on the road from Burnie towards Queenstown and Strawn. Timber area. There's a big timber truck, empty. There's forests everywhere, but they're all young forests being replanted. Young trees out there, gum trees, and there's some pine trees, lots of brightly coloured yellow wobbly things. This is pretty typical sort of scenery anywhere in Tasmania. Mountains. I think that's Valentine's Peak over that way. different. Big, tall forest. Straight road through it. Weird. Typical contrasts. Logging areas and beautiful background scenery. Typical old cars, you see. Look at them all. Here's another one. The old Ford Anglias and Ford Prefects all in a bit of a convoy.
Well placed for the introduction of digital television. Seven is holding its annual general meeting in Sydney. Mr Stokes says that Seven remains committed to building on its relationship with the Australian Football League. American officials say that the internet has its first new batch of international domain names in some time, allowing a lot more variety. The suffixes .biz, .name and 5 others have been approved. There's been lengthy debate over how best to relieve the crowded field of addresses ending in .com. ABC News.
Welcome to the West Coast.
Across Australia, this is Radio National.
Request by the US lamb industry that government boost the tariffs to offset a weak Australian dollar. The World Trade Organization has already ruled against the US tariffs in an interim report. Ambassador Story says the idea that the US would boost the tariffs is outrageous.
The notion that tariffs be used to compensate for currency fluctuation introduces a precedent of breathtaking dimensions for the conduct of international trade. The proposal is irresponsible.
Been warned to watch market movements closely.
Look at this stuff.
Of a short-term spike in prices to be followed by a world glut by the middle of next year. A local shortage of pork and consequent higher prices is expected to result in more pigs being put on feed.
Lake Rosebery.
Right now, the industry is struggling to meet export demand from Singapore, which in turn is looking at importing frozen product. Chairman of the Pork Council, Ron Pollard, says that's with new Spirit Valley.
Climbing back up out of the valley where the Lake Rosebery is. This is on the road before you get to the turn-off to go towards Zeehan and around towards Strawn. Typical sort of a climbing, windy climb road. Going up, up, all the time up, all the time up.
We know much better what we do than classic times.
Over to the left you can't see because of the trees. There's that beautiful mountain at the top of it, crowned by cliffs. Mount Murchison, I think it is.
Become such a central figure to this
Not much room on this road when there's trucks on it too.
I have sensed in earlier decades have now some 45 to 50 years of campaigning, nearly 45 years.
Up and more upness.
All different kinds of environmental fields, and often I have done it jointly with Greenpeace and other people, NGOs.
Up and up and up. And
about 10 years ago, something is coming up, and biology has lost its innocence, and we really must.
Nearly to the top of this bit.
The debate of the century.
I can't see anything else. I can see a bit of the scenery now. We're going back down on the other side of a ridge. There's a big mountain up there. Deep valleys.
We need to talk about this. It's a cultural process.
Coming down, down, down.
You must have
brakes getting hotter and hotter.
View on these large companies that in some instances own technology, and in some instances they're even looking at owning particular varieties of plants. At what stage did you change your view on this?
Well, it's a funny thing. Let's talk about Monsanto. Monsanto actually...
On the road from Zeehan to Strawn, the country's very open. Not many trees quite a lot of the hills around. I'm getting into a bit more wooded area up here. But back the last few kilometres have been perhaps a bit of the vestiges of the Queenstown area, where there's not much vegetation around. Soon we'll be coming through this direction as the west coast and Strawn. Our first view of the Southern Ocean, that's straight out to the west. Down that way I can see, way off in the distance, the lighthouse on the point. Strawn. Just swing around, just look out. And back again. This is a little place just outside Strawn called Letty's Bay. Just an incher along here, along the top of which there's all these little holiday houses and some residences. Back around to the main part of Strawn. This is some of the harbour, full of cruise boats. I don't think there's an afternoon cruise I can get on. Lots of little shops and restaurants, etc. Seaplanes down in there. Here's a hue and pine sawmill where you can watch the guys working and buy beautiful bits of hue and pine. Had a walk there before. There's a nice old telegraph and customs offices. Heading out towards the ocean and the heads of out of Strawn. Real desert country, rough road. It's quite hot. Feels strange to have the air conditioning on in a place like Strawn, which is renowned for being cold and miserable. The end of this road, well, not quite the end of it, is this little picnic area. It's called Swan Basin. Not a bad little spot, eh? Views back towards Queenstown, I suppose. Little boat ramp there. Go for a ski. Spot. Across there is a little lighthouse, which mark the point of entry to the heads or something. Thank God, the bitumen ahead. Oh, you got no idea how bad that road was. That's a shocker. And over here on the left is Strawn Air jet port. Yeah, can you hear it? Well, I found another track which is shorter and much better. And there she is, the Southern Ocean. Over that way is nothing but sea till you get to Africa. Beautiful spot. I shall now go down for a walk on the sand. Whoops. Whoops. No matter where you go, you find these blokes. And this, I'm taking this home. So turn me in, see if I can. This is now my pet little rock on the western coast of Tasmania. Keepsake forever. This is day 3 and we're heading from Strawn to Queenstown, which is on the inland on the west coast. Oh, look at that guy. Did you see that? He was fairly going. And these roads are all pretty typical, very windy, lots of trees on both sides. And then you go down a valley and up the other side, and this is pretty open, this bit. It's still very warm, windows down, breeze blowing, perfect weather. And there's cars in front and cars behind.